me move, you make me dance, you make my heart beat super fast. You lift me up, you make me laugh. Baby, you're the best I ever had. You're the best I ever. You make me move, you make me dance, you make my heart beat super fast. You lift me up, you make me laugh. Baby, you're the best I ever had. You're the best I ever had. You make me move, you make me dance, you make my heart beat.
Just keep resetting practice. Reset practice right as I was going live.
Are they testing different setups, maybe?
Probably something like that. And right as I went live, they pushed back the server. I usually have like a, it shows up, you get grand entrance, pit lane cam, everyone's wrecking off a turn forward, it shows everyone all the practice times on the board, and then, nope, took that away. Even had my Mario pre-race.
Talha.
Yeah, it was Talha
straddle the
previously.
wall.
But I guess that means we are in fact live now, right? Zach, you alright?
Yeah, I'm alright.
You alright? I don't think Bill's already just nailed the concrete.
That happens. Anyway, at least it's showing up on my end that the stream has showing cars on track, which I'm going to assume we mean are live. So welcome everybody to round number 8 of the Season 14 NARL Championship here at Dover Motor Speedway. Crunch time for a lot of drivers, including this race. Only 5 races left in the season. They do get a little bit of a break next week with the All-Star race, the NARLapolis 500. But today, if you want to make a shot towards a potential championship hunt, now is go time. Can't really afford any more mistakes from here on. Currently getting some practice in before we go racing in about 10 minutes. They did reset practice about a dozen times. Before it was TalhaDevYT on top of the boards, and right now it is Kyle Watts, who's currently coming out of pit road after dying in turn number 2.
Okay, it's been a while since I've had to deal with this, but there have been times where drivers do not seem all that interested in actually practicing.
Oh my gosh.
And
Yeah. Get the tarps out, boys.
Yeah, get the parts
I'm going to be ready to park someone for the Esther practice, and if it is this bad, then it's also going to be parked for the race. So,
well, for those watching at
I'll
home
just
that
say
aren't
you need
able
to
to
have
hear
some
Cameron Jamison,
control,
we've already got to the point where he's
which
considering
means
parking
don't park to
cars
the
for the
people you
remainder of
wreck.
the practice session, so that pretty much tells you how the practice is currently going. Might give you an idea of what to look for later tonight. Anyway, point standing time with 5 races left to go. Kyle Watts, the number 21, is your points leader. He's won 3 races, 5 top 5s, 5 top 10s. He leads 32 over Gino Bononi, 43 over TalhaDevYT, 46 over Harry Crawford, and 50 points over Roman Gonzalez. So 50 points surrounding the top 5 at the current moment. The entire top 11 are separated within 100 points. So while right now Watts has a pretty solid cushion, it's definitely not over by any means necessary. Any of those drivers could make a charge here to challenge for that championship. One thing I'd like to know, interestingly enough, TalhaDevYT, only 2 top 5s, 5 top 10s on the year right now, but being only 43 points behind, 11 points right now behind the second place car of Gino Bononi. He right now has been putting up some pretty solid numbers this season, so keep an eye out on that orange cheese food car later on tonight. But right now, as it stands based off practice times, Kyle Watts looking to hold on to that points lead, leads with a 22.8 over Thomas Troxel at the 23.0.
Look at Roman Gonzalez up there, third position with a 23.009. Not too bad for old Scubs there in the 02 body armor car.
Yeah, a lot of cars have been not reference pretty solid
Okay,
sections.
that's
Cole
one person
Rodriguez
who is
currently
contributing to Rex.
5th on the
54, I'm
board
going to
right
make it clear
now.
Right now, you're having a lot of
Ron
trouble
Felber
controlling
running
your
in
car
P8.
and having bad blinking.
And
at the
second
same
in
time.
points, Gino Manoni
I'm going to
currently
need you
4th
to be able to turn at
on the
least
standings.
a
He
couple
is that
laps
green and
without
white
self-spinning,
24
otherwise I
Ford.
will bug you for the rest of practice.
AJ Rodriguez, he's just gone on the track. He'll see what laps he can
You
set
really do
here
need to just
in the last
be
8
able
minutes
to
before we get to go
drive a few
qualifying.
laps in here, even if it is a different setup than what was announced.
Sounds
in,
like Cameron's
the
stern
announcement.
warning has been heeded by
It isn't
most
so
everybody.
impossible to control
Aside from
unless
the
you
54.
truly
He is,
need more
he is
practice
about
in
ready
general.
to kill somebody, I think, in terms of a...
I think,
Beyond
like
track
Zach
etiquette
said,
and
I think
practice
that
right now.
54 is going to be the first go.
Yeah, he just announced from the
Speaking
whisper.
of, he just off a forum.
Yeah, car control is
He's
a
out
major
of the way.
factor here in NARL. If you can't hold it, then I mean, there's you have to find
I'll
somewhere
say
else.
that Dover's a hell of a track for car control.
Yeah, I mean, me personally, I haven't raced here a whole lot, but I do know it's wow. That just the timing of that. As I was talking about car
Raced
control,
a couple of
AJ
friggin'
Rodriguez.
I've raced a couple friggin' humdingers myself here. One of
Yeah.
them, I think I had a photo finish of like 6/1000ths of a second.
Bristol Motor Speed, not Bristol, fuck. Dover is a pretty high banked, high
Alright,
speed
54, I'm going to need you to
track. And
sit
now,
for the rest of
we
the
only
race.
have really
You
2
just
races
are not able to control the
on the
car.
schedule that we can really accurately compare to. That being Pikes Peak, which is round 6, won by Flandre Wilson, and Myrtle Beach, round number 3, that was won by Kyle Watts, who currently leads your standings times. Those two those are the 2 close things that we've had to short track so far this season. I know many people don't consider Dover a short track, but it does drive much like one. So looking at those 2 results, Kyle Watts definitely could be a potential steal for tonight. As for Flandre Wilson, they currently are sitting all the way down 20th in the standings with a 23.199. So maybe after practice that might change a little bit. But currently, as it stands right now, looks like Kyle Watts definitely looks to be having a good day as the 86. The 86 of Landon Lyle jumps up to second on the timing sheet. Fun fact about him, earlier today, did 136 laps of solo practice earlier, so if he isn't feeling good about the car or the track right now, I don't think there's much saving him.
Yeah, no. There's only so much grass you can avoid
wow.
before things turn south.
He is sweating 50 caliber bullets trying to do that many practice laps for one race.
Yeah, no.
I don't know, he just turned his brain off and just did that.
Dang.
I was in the call with him and a bunch of other people the whole time he was doing it. He didn't even realize he did that much.
Wow.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug. Kyle Watts just
I
got
don't think
nicked.
it's cocaine for him. I think it's Little Caesars.
No, cocaine does induce little seizures, but that's not the point. Now, to your point, though, this is about the fastest driving. I mean, it's a mile in length. Like you said, this is basically Bristol that ate its Wheaties for breakfast. It's another one of those concrete canyon type tracks. It drives very much like a short track, except you're going double the speed.
Yeah, the biggest thing is, while in the corner, is it's a lot of room to work with there. Might be able to see, the bottom lane is the dominant one around here. The straightaways, if something happens, especially on the back straightaway, there is not a lot of room to avoid, because especially there on that back straightaway, that inside wall is right there up against the track almost, so
Nowhere
if
to
an
hide.
incident happens, you have to be really careful to try and avoid that here, as room for error is very much non-existent. I think the biggest trouble spot today is going to be right there on the exit of turn 2. So someone runs it a little bit wide out of the corner, smacks the wall, you can easily be seeing someone taking a hard hit into that inside barrier before the end of the night.
Right. And on that same note, I would say the exit of 4 would be just as much of a hot spot. I mean, there's nowhere to hide on this racetrack. If you get in trouble, you're going in that wall, or you're going back up into the pack and taking a bunch of people with you.
Yeah, so it takes everyone on the grid to get through the night cleanly, but it only takes one to end not just their own night, but the nights of several others, as we're starting to get closer and closer to qualifying. Fun fact about Dover, there's a casino there on the backstretch, so anyone want to place bets on who they have going to victory lane later on tonight?
Man,
I
I'm
can't
just so
afford to
honest.
gamble.
I already gambled my Minecraft house away last week. I don't know if I have anything left in the bank.
Well, I don't learn from my mistakes, so I'm gonna do it again. And I'm gonna play a safe bet in being Kyle Watts, fastest in practice right now, won at Myrtle Beach, a short track earlier in the season, leads the points right now. You gotta be feeling good about that 21, finding himself back in victory lane yet again tonight. So I'm gonna have him as my pick for tonight's race win.
Very safe bet.
Don't bet your house. That's all I gotta say.
I bet my life savings on Daniel Rodriguez winning the IFR 250. I am now homeless.
Oh,
He's in this race, by the way. Number 60 Toyota.
Yeah, currently 22nd in the standings.
Yes.
The practice
Don't
times,
don't
so,
bet nothing on any of my 150 races.
Like,
Unrelated.
like in DSRA, if you bet Carl to win anything, you're just gonna go homeless.
That's true.
And I pushed that guy to a win once. Ain't that something?
No one's gonna be getting him to anything.
No, I couldn't win, so I figure, I hear thunder. I think we're gonna die again.
Yeah, I'm supposed to
We're
be
under a
having some-
tornado watch till like 3 a.m. over here.
Oh shoot, yeah. I'm supposed to be having some of that tomorrow and Sunday. Fun stuff.
Meanwhile, down here, we are now. Florida has officially reached summer.
Oh, no.
96 the rest of the week.
Oh my gosh, dog.
Meanwhile,
And it's not just normal, like, 90-degree hot. We also have the humidity because half of our land is a swamp.
Oh no.
You're gonna kill me when I say this. Next Thursday, it's supposed to be 64 up here in Kentucky.
Like,
oh
yeah,
God,
God
somebody
damn
just got clobbered.
Oh boy. I think
Would that be the 5 of
Five.
Nicholas Justice per chance? Last time I broadcast an NARL race was at Indianapolis, and
Oh,
he
boy.
was interesting to say the least. We'll have to see how that goes
Oh God,
today.
look out. Ooh, close.
also had I think 3 attenuator hits? Or attenuator hits? I think there's 3 of them.
Yeah.
That's like an all-time
3 of them.
record.
But Indianapolis in general is just kind of a chaotic track in NR online races, the way it is. It's a very fast track, not a lot of room for error, easy to make a mistake on and take out a lot of cars. That's actually exactly how I've described Dover earlier, so, oh no.
Trouble on the front stretch. Oh boy, Crawford and Moo Young among others. I thought somebody was impaled in the fence, but no, they were just
Alex
parked.
Mullen just did a buzzer beater getting into the server, so it is now 10 o'clock, so we should be beginning qualifying here very shortly, unless Cam Jam is giving some cars some extra time, given the fact that we did have some setup changes before we went live. So we'll have to see how that goes.
The sooner the better.
Yeah, qualifying would be a good indicator to show us just how some a lot of these cars are going to be performing at. I am quite surprised to see the 14 running as high as he is right now. Have to see how well, if that'll carry over later into qualifying or the race at all. In terms of other races going on this weekend, tomorrow we have the IFAR Championship going to Richmond Raceway, so a little bit more short track racing for you tomorrow night.
Have their correct numbers.
Sunday,
Actually, take that back. They do not.
Crystal's
So
League
we're
is
going to
running.
roll
I
this
don't
back
remember
for
where.
Colt
Zach,
Pass.
do
Go
you
ahead
know?
and rejoin the server, then you will get your proper number.
She is at Twin Ring Motegi.
Rejoin
Oh,
the server
no.
again.
All right, so you have IFAR at Richmond. You have her series.
Okay,
at
I will
Twin
try
Motegi.
kicking you out, and then
You
we'll
have
see if that
DSRA
works.
at Lime Rock. A lot of different tracks this weekend overall. So, but a lot
Now try
different to
rejoining.
last week, where every single league just ran Daytona and nothing else.
See the power of getting kicked out. I'm very helpful that way.
It's that time of year, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, well, they've shut down the server. Got some
Alright, so
guys have to
everyone's
change
got
the
the
numbers
proper
real
numbers.
quick, and
It
after
is
that, we're
race
going to be
time.
going
Well,
qualifying.
qualified time,
It's going
but
to be
anyway.
an 80-lap
If you
race.
change your steering ratios, remember to
night.
change them back.
So as they quickly do their qualifying laps, we wait to see them. Weather 70 degrees, clear. That's the same for pretty much every race. They were doing 80 and cloudy earlier on one of the setups for whatever reason. that they decided opted not to use that one, thank God. 80 laps tonight. Pit road speed is going to be 35 miles an hour. I believe cautions are going to be manual, no pace cars, unlike other series. And you're also going to have the potential caution cooldowns later tonight.
I think my understanding is Troxel said there might be some DNQs tonight also.
Yeah, that could that could be fun as well. What's the entry limit for NARL?
32.
Should have checked how many cars had 11 practice before we swapped out, but we have.
Yeah.
We might be close to hitting that.
Yeah, anyone past 32nd, they're not gonna make the field.
Yeah, we may be right on the number, give or take one. I'm not for sure.
AJ Rodriguez first is a lap in qualifying, 22.995. That's going to put him on provisional pole. Giulio Benoni. Never mind. Flanger Wilson goes to the top of the boards, 22.914. 24 cars make that 27 if so far set lap times, 28 now. Kyle Watts with a really slow opening lap, 25.332. He's currently at the bottom of the board, 30th.
I was say, just wait. We might get a Kyle Watts special here in just a minute. There it is.
A little bit of sandbagging.
There it is.
Yep, up to the top of the board he goes, 22.862. Flanger Wilson still second on the board right now. Landon Lyle third, Benoni fourth, Kerry Crawford out in the top five. Exactly 32 cars have set lap times, so we might have exactly the field limit here right now. No one else has yet set a lap as we speak. 1 minute still left to go in qualifying hour, so if you might be trying to wait it out to draw suspense or something, or to see what lap they need to set, there's enough time at Dover to do that.
Okay, now we have 33.
Now we have 33. So one person is going home, and currently it is a 77 or of Lorenzo Ektrovics Funkick. Unless he's able to set a faster time, he is going to be going home early on today. Although one notable person down there, 32nd place, Joshua Clements, only a 23.853. Not really normal for him. He's usually a lot higher up there, but did not have a good qualifying run for that number 48 Chevrolet.
They're gonna have their work cut out for him on this race as we go green. Be interesting to see how they try to get to the front.
And as qualifying ends, 77's going to be going home early. He said that he had a spin
Lorenzo, but you're the
and turn number 4 on his only lap that he set. So tough break for him. 32 cars will be starting off tonight's race here at Dover Motor Speedway, and Kyle Watts will be leading them alongside Flandre Wilson.
I usually save this for Super E-Ways, but what are we getting for over-under on big ones tonight?
I think we'll see. We'll definitely see at least one on a grid this big at a short track like this.
So
it's going to be happening right there on that back straightaway.
Unusual need for a drop race.
Going full Babe Ruth old shot there, Zach.
Yeah. I'm thinking probably big ones could see 2.
Oh, somebody just had a hard shot in the wall. I think we're going to get 2, maybe 2.5. You know, depending on the new causes, their astronomical sign and everything.
I think we'll see.
We might get a nasty one.
Yeah.
I think we're only going to get one big one tonight, but we're going to have a lot of smaller cautions, mainly through the back of the field, and then one big one down on the back straightaway. As I think that was Flandre Wilson that just went flying on the front straightaway. So, yeah. Most of the cautions tonight, maybe 2 or 3 cars in the back of the pack, but if something happens at the front, calamity is going to ensue.
Katie bar the door, it's over.
Yeah. Alex Mullen in the 75 High Rock car in that Pontiac, he's coming down pit road right now. Happy hour is always a good time to get some last-minute pit practice in. That's when the pit boxes are set, so you can know where your stall is at for whether it be green flag pit stops, caution pit stops. Probably won't be seeing a lot of green flag pit stops today now I think about it. Most of the cars pitting are probably going to be under the yellow flag cycle at some point. Landon Lyle right now in the 86. He's currently going down the pit lane trying to find where his pit stall's out. He's got one of the ones toward the front, the third stall to be specific. He's
I was saying to your point there, even if they get green flag pit stops in, that pit road there is good and treacherous. The transition, if they do it under green, the transition is going to be quite abrupt, going slowing down to 35 mile an hour. I'm assuming, with that narrow of a pit road, especially.
Yeah, limit is 35 tonight, so yeah, figuring out where you need to go, getting some good practice down in there, just in case we have cars in the pit under green. You definitely want to make sure you got that all said and done. So while they run over happy hour, that's going to be your starting lineup for tonight's race. As already mentioned, it's Kyle Watts on pole tonight. He set a 22.8 in qualifying. He will be leading us off for this race of 80 laps. Flandre Olsen will be joining him along the outside. Row number 2, Landon Lyle in second place in points. Gino Bononi. Row number 3, Harry Crawford and Garson Milling, with row number 4 going to William Viola and Kenneth Miller. Row number 5 is going to be Roman Gonzalez, and rounding out your top 10, Tala Aziz. Jolene Sims will start from 11th place. AJ Rodriguez starting from 12th, with row number 7 being Sebastian Amaya and Cole Pepitatis. Cal Tespar Jr. and Trevor Davis will make up the row after that, 15th and 16th respectively. John Felber and Thomas Troxel will be starting 17th and 18th. And then running out your top 20 is Reed Thompson and Daniel Rodriguez. After that, we have Brandon Beal, Alex Mullen, Cole Mather, Cole Rodriguez, Steph Thomas, Jared Gavois, Harrison Gamin, Daniel Silla, Cameron Jamison, Nicholas Justice, Neil Gallagher, and Joshua Clements. The only car on that lineup that will not be starting because due to DNQ is that 77 of Lorenzo. He, unfortunately, was the only car not to advance to the main show tonight. Aside from that, lineup is set. Cars making their last few laps to get settled in. Some doing some pit road practice, as we see Tal Aziz and Harry Crawford doing just that. And in about 1 minute's time, we will be going racing.
Pull up those pants and buckle those belts tight. It's going to get real hairy up in here tonight.
Yep.
It's going to be a long night, to say the least. That's for sure.
That's why I'm getting me another beer.
I'll get me some water real quick.
Yeah, I'll take this moment while you still can, because yeah, it's about to be a war zone here in a second. While those two get alcohol and water, respectively, few little words from our sponsors, I guess, that I'm just going to complete them partially made up on the spot here. BetNR, if you want to gamble away your Minecraft house on who you think is going to win the respective leagues' races, you can go over to BetNR. Do not go and bet it all on black. Cheese Food Media is the one presenting you.
It's race time,
tonight's race.
So rules for the race
Live
are
and
I'm out of ideas.
it has to have a wreck in the first lap.
All right, we are
gridding
gridding up, ladies,
Otherwise,
gentlemen, and fishes of all
To
species.
bring out a caution, it has to be a multi-car wreck. I'm not going to bother with the spin counter at this track of all places. So,
Spin
when
counter
the
tonight,
caution
boys.
comes out,
Yeah,
the
it's
field
no
is
spin
closed.
counter tonight.
There is no
because
racing
Cam
back to the
is
line.
not about to deal with that.
When
so
we're about to go
that
green,
makes our
I'll
job a
call
little
quiet
bit
zone
easier.
where nobody
Just
can
lot-
type in chat.
multiple
Spin
cars.
Control
God.
where it is up to the leader
Yes.
to
The
type green
spin
into
cycle
chat before
doesn't
he crosses
exist
the
on
start
this
finish
washing
line.
machine.
On all restarts and also
It's,
during the pacing
So,
now,
as we've
I
said
would like everyone
before,
to
stack
maintain
field
roughly
32
one car
drivers,
gaps, as
32
I
of
hope you noticed in the penalty
quite
reports
arguably the
last
finest
night.
drivers in
Hannah
NR racing
Barbacello
today.
and some of the other
Getting
drivers.
gridded
Just
up.
Please,
Arguably the
you don't need
finest.
to make all your positions up at the very
Arguably.
beginning of the race.
Emphasis
I
on
don't want
arguably,
anything
especially
that-
that
yes.
back.
100 laps.
But,
I don't want anything legally bound against us. That's why I say that. Yeah.
in case the NR 2003 CIA
Things
is watching this,
changed.
I am not suicidal. I am a great swimmer, and any threats that I may say tonight are in Minecraft. They are not real. Anyway.
Diddy tried to
We are
shoot me.
missing a driver,
Anyway,
so we're gonna
pace
have to
car is
restart
rolling.
already. that
Here
will
they
not
go on
count
a...
towards
What
our
the hell?
restarts.
Oh, we got
All
a
right, they're
restart.
gonna do a
Sweet.
quick reset because something happened.
Drivers, to your cars.
If you strategize it right and it actually goes that far, you could do this on a one-stopper. Granted, I doubt we stay green that long, but hey,
Yeah, we're not gonna stay green that long.
never stop gambling, eh?
Alright. So they had to do a
Yeah.
quick reset.
Want to
So
restart one more time
we have
so
another
Justice can
60
get it.
seconds. Never mind, we have another 60 seconds.
What are we doing?
Driver,
Some people forget it's race day.
I have no idea.
Yeah, well, hopefully this time for real we are rolling. Maybe, I don't know. We
This
still got 30
time-
more seconds.
This time we're in it for love, right?
Hey, look, the casino.
Never stop gambling.
Zach, we have talked about this.
How many emeralds do you owe Kalen on the Hangover Zone server from gambling on our races?
Well, you see, I only gambled on one. I wasn't feeling very lucky today, so I didn't gamble on this one.
Exactly how much do you owe him from that one bet?
I haven't talked to him about that yet.
Last I checked, you're now homeless.
Yes, that is true. I am homeless.
Zach's the kind of gambler to pull a lever on one of those push-button video slot machines.
No, Kalen made a casino in the Minecraft server that included those slot machines. All right.
Oh, no
hey,
kidding.
hey man, you can't be dogging on
Once
me.
again,
Tala
I ask
freaking
everyone-
gambled
Yeah,
away.
for the first few
Tala was
laps.
the worst of them.
Bro, he was like,
Which we
Now,
have not
Tala, I
shown,
can
just
understand.
rolling
He's,
5
you know,
feet.
he don't think straight.
Tala's like one of those videos you see of like you see old people at casinos just hitting the button for like infinite.
yes, he
Okay,
slot
so
machines
we
took all of his emeralds.
now finally have a car.
And
going.
this racetrack's about to take all my brain cells.
Yeah.
The pace car's coming in.
All right, we're gonna have
Get
to
those
restart.
belts tightened up, boys. Here we go, and we're gonna have
Never
another restart.
mind.
I,
We gotta wait again.
I'm genuinely curious.
What,
drivers,
what is
to your
happening?
cars.
We are getting a car to catch up with the field so that we actually have everyone going at the green.
Apparently someone did not get going on the pace line and stacked up a bunch of people, so they had to go again.
Oh, strange. It wasn't. I mean, Lorenzo, was the guy we had that happen with season 12 Atlanta. He's not. He was DNQ'd, unfortunately. Oh well.
We haven't even started the race, mind you.
Yep.
And now we're gonna give him the command to fire engines right now.
There it is. His voice must be tired. This is like the 4th or 5th time he's done this.
Yeah.
So once again, I think that's another 5 brain cells that have died off because of the ravages of Dover,
I'll have to buy some new ones
It's
off eBay.
and totally not due to the ravages of drink.
That could be both. Alright, so here we go. Will the pace car, will we actually get to the green flag this time? Is the big question.
We better, or I'm leaving. Here we go. Pace cars in. Buckle up them belts for the 6th time, boys. We're gonna get us a start, I think. Crawler up, boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go dying tonight.
Question
It's
now
a good,
is,
it's a good start for
can I
both
make it
the
a
top
lap?
two side by side into turn number
That
1
was
they go.
disappointingly
And we
fast.
already
got
have
trouble
a
in the
car
back
around.
already,
That
yeah.
is
Okay,
a
so
78.
We are going to
And
save
more
the replay
cars
of
in
this.
turn two.
I think
to
this
our
is gonna
last
be another restart.
Whatever happens after this, we're just
I
going.
think we'll see.
Yep, they're gonna give it their restart attempt, which means we get another 60 seconds, ladies and gentlemen.
For the next 60,
Okay.
60
Anything
seconds,
that
the
happens
station will
after this
conduct a
is going to
test
be
of the
just
NARL
strict caution.
Broadcasting system.
So
This is only a
To
test.
your cars.
Cam has confirmed that after this, it's it. We're going from here. Anything that happens from this point on is just going to be a yellow. So this means we'll actually get the race started for real this time. Maybe, hopefully.
This is like
I think I shall also
Exercise in
recommend
denial.
probably don't take it 3 wide into the very first turn on
Okay,
your stone cold
well.
tires.
I should probably unmute
Do that
camera
on the
just in
second
case
lap.
for race control things.
I keep on mute in case a caution comes out that I miss. But Oh, while we're waiting, another word from our sponsors. Fuck you, Baltimore. If you're dumb enough to buy a car this weekend, come on down to Big Bill Hell's Cars with bad deals, cars that break down into thieves. If you think you're a dumb enough schmuck to get a car this weekend, you can kiss my ass. Big Bill Hell's, the only dealership in Baltimore that tells you to fuck off.
Dang.
And with that,
Home of lunch pissing.
the command has been given.
Again.
And we'll finally, this time, for real, get some racing in.
We fucking better to get rolling again. They're not going single. Okay, now Lyle's just. Oh, I thought they were going single file, but Flandre just didn't have her shit together. All right, here we go. We're gonna pull them in one more time. We're gonna get that pace car off the damn racetrack for the 5th time tonight. There it goes.
It won't be the only time either.
Yeah, well, at least for the start, we've crossed that bridge. Here we go. Come on, come on, come on. There's the boogity once again, and we have a little bit of wheel spin back mid-pack. But
and we have actually made it into turn number 1 this time. Kyle Watts is clear as we enter the back straightaway. Flandre Wilson slots in the second ahead of Landon Lyle, and it is actually, never mind, we got one car upside down on the back straightaway. I think
trouble
that was
on the back.
Joshua Clements.
Okay.
Nope, that was Cole
Restart
Rodriguez.
because
that
we
was
managed to
upside
flip a
down.
car upside down.
One more
And
restart.
we're restarting again. Okay.
It was
I'd
only
get a
because
driver.
somebody flipped.
A second mandate for this then is I want everyone to start single file, which I
Now
know
they're
good luck
doing
doing
single
that
file for this
on a
restart.
track this
Oh,
short,
God.
but we're going to do it in single file because I am not going to restart again, and we clearly cannot manage even 2 wide on this track.
So, even though that was supposed to be the last restart attempt, because we literally had a car barrel rolling down the back straightaway, they have done another
So
restart
again,
attempt.
Take
And Cam
roughly
Smith,
one
not
car
Cam Smith,
length gaps
Cameron Jamison has
single
mandated
file.
a single file restart. So,
Yeah, no.
we'll see how they manage to wreck this time.
I don't think I've ever seen this many. Like, I've seen close, but like, I think this is a record.
Is this a record for the worst race ever?
Most amount of restarts, probably. I don't know for sure, but it's gotta be like top 3.
Drivers,
I'll let you call the green flag on this one. Maybe we'll actually fucking get it over with.
Maybe the boogity is a curse for whatever reason.
Maybe it needs something else. All right.
Well,
Big
we're
challenge
gonna have
here
to get
is-
them. We're gonna have to get them settled single file.
Yeah, getting on
And
the
we're
entire.
all good at the front at least. Alrighty. As we come through turn 4, for I have already lost count number of times, pace car is in. Kyle Watts is going to hopefully, for real this time, lead us to the green flag, and we are underway for 100 laps of racing here at Dover. I'm not even going to say anything until we complete the opening lap.
Turn off.
My thing says 80, even though for some reason replay says 100. Probably different I. We've made it a lap, y'all.
Thank God. All right, we can continue normally. Kyle Watts leads us here.
Trouble in turn 2. We got a car around.
Single
Never
car
mind.
still green.
It's Kenneth Miller. It's a single car. He's out of the way. Oh, no.
Oh.
Okay, they missed him. We're good.
Now Gallagher gets
Still
to the
green.
wall, but we are all good. Oh, never mind, the 28. Got involved in
Jimin,
something,
yeah.
but we stay green. Flandre Wilson has caught up to the back of Kyle Watts. Meanwhile, we'll see if she can make any early moves here for the lead. Looks like Garson was looking to the outside of Gino Bononi there for fourth for a second. He drops back, thinks better of it. And looks like now the field's spread out a little bit, we might get some green flag laps being logged here. Thank God. Into turns 1 and 2 again we go. No change through here, although Bononi has now caught up to the back of Landon Lyle. We'll see if he can
Trouble once again in turn 2. Will Viola into the middle of the pack. Everybody
Oh.
misses him.
Also, battle for the lead. Oh, a man in the inside wall on the back straight. A lot of stuff going on.
Can we stay clean for 5 seconds?
Maya goes
No.
on the apron there.
You know,
All
looking
the
on
cars involved are
inside.
out of the way.
Benito's looking to the inside there of Lyle. Not able to get any move done. They'll slot back in line. Actually, Lyle's going to take an opportunity to get side by side with Wilson here for second place, but Flandre gets a better run out of the corner, and that's going to allow Benoni now to get onto the offensive, as Flandre does make a little bit of contact with that outside wall, but does not hinder her speed whatsoever. You can fit all four of those cars, second through fifth, underneath a blanket.
Trouble on the front straightaway. We got a car around. It's the 0. It's still rolling. I think it's single.
Yeah, just a single car. No caution. We are all good. Thank God. Cam Jam did not implement the spin count for tonight, because we would already be under caution if he didn't. But we are all good.
I'm already dizzy as shit, man.
Our first car going a lap down there. Kenneth Miller on the apron. And already, we're only on lap 7. Watts is going to have some lap traffic here in just a second. As Harrison Jimen is currently on the front straightaway as Kyle Watts comes out of turn number 4. So he's got a half a straightaway to work with right now before he catches them. But
and Thomas
very early in the
Troxel.
race already have lap cars.
Thomas Troxel, one of the faster cars, starting back in the pack, got caught up in the wall, kept it straight, lost some time.
Yeah, right now, if we go all the way further back, battle for 21st between Nicholas Justice and the 12 of Cole Mather and 48 of Joshua Clements. Clements did not have a great qualifying. They started dead last in 32nd. They're already up almost 10 positions.
Ooh,
up to
Flandre
23rd.
Wilson just got put in the wall.
By the end of this lap.
Yeah, Wilson just got put in the wall, slid up on the Moo Young.
And she's going to drop all the way back to 6th place because of that, behind the 76 of Harry Crawford.
Good run for Harry so far. He's had some speed, at least there. Seems like he's getting more and more speed every week as time goes on.
Yeah, he's definitely figuring something out.
Yeah, he's definitely been showing a lot of good speed in quite a few leagues these last couple of months. He's definitely started to find a rhythm that he's been happy with, and he's definitely been making the most of it right now. Running top 5 currently in this race. We'll see how far he can take that Monte Carlo by the end of tonight. Bad news for Watts. His gap has diminished. Gino Bononi, second and first in points respectively. Right now running second and first on track. Bononi has caught up. We'll see if they can get that 24 around and to the lead. Yeah, Garson there lurking in third meanwhile. Haven't really talked about him a lot today in practice or qualifying, but he's right now looking to have a pretty good day right now in that top 3 as we are 12 laps in.
Another thing to note about Garson, last week's winner as well.
He did win at Daytona, trying to see if he can go back-to-back. Is Benoni looking to the inside of Watts out of turn number 4. Watts has that better momentum there on the outside line. Benoni's going to have to try and might have to work it here for a little bit. Harrison Jimen is officially out of the race. Our first retirement of the afternoon is that 28 Haviland car. Right now, this is where potentially could help out Benoni here a little bit. We have already, only on lap 13, we already have lap cars. The 0 and 01. They're going to both fall a lap down here. Watts gets around them pretty quickly. Benoni got stuck behind one on the exit of turn 4. Had to wait until
trouble on the front straightaway. The 37 of Brandon Beal into the wall. It's a multi-car. This should be a yellow. Reed Thompson also involved in the 31.
Caution's up.
And there is the caution.
Pace speed is 55.
14 laps before we eventually had our first yellow flag of the day. Really good timing if you're William Viola. That means he'll get that free pass and get back on the lead lap. Couldn't have come out at any better time for him, really.
Yeah.
But Watts started first, sits first. He's led all 15 laps so far today. Pretty solid
Pits
first
will be
run
open
for
this
that
time by for the leaders.
21 Toyota.
Lucky Dog is the 0-1.
See if we can't get a replay of that 31, 37.
Everyone else who is a lap down can wave around and not pit during this caution, but for everyone else, you can just pit now.
Yeah, no, just
Yeah,
bad situation there. I don't know if I'd call it bumper grab or what. But
Yeah, I think what it was, it looked like 31 bounced off the wall. Beal caught him at just the wrong time and caused that bumper grab.
Yeah.
Really not much, wasn't anything major.
I don't think it landed in either of their races, but
No.
slow progress for sure.
surely will help them.
Cars are on pit road. Meanwhile, the 11's going to get his wave around. The 0 has opted to pit this time, though, keep them trapped 1 lap down. So looks like pretty much everyone aside from the 11 to get the wave around and the 37 of Brandon Beal, interestingly enough, everyone else, meanwhile, has elected to make a pit stop here. So obviously, Nicholas Justice, a very in and out stop. He's the first out of pit road. I don't think he got in his box. He might have to come back around. Watts is out second. Great stop by the 6 of Jolene Sims. They'll come out third, and then Gino Bononi fourth, and then Garson Muyung rounds out that top 5 on pit road.
I can confirm the 5 did not make his pit stall by a country friggin' mile.
And the 40 of Flounder Wilson also missed their box, cost them a ton of time on pit road.
Although, in terms of your race leader, at least, that's actually going to be, unless Bill, Bill's going to come in this time. Bill didn't even enter pit road last time. He's going to come in now this time around. So, and so does Nicholas Justice, who missed his box. So that gives the lead back to the 21 of Kyle
23
Watts.
to the back of the field. If anyone else has a black flag, make sure to type it in chat so I can clear it.
And in terms of pit road penalties,
check up them. Yeah, a little bit of a check on
there.
there.
Garson. Don't see any damage on that car. I think he is okay. In terms of pit road penalties, just one. The 23
I don't know if we'll be able to go green this
Daniel
time,
Silla
but I want everyone to
the
begin taking their 1 car length gaps for the restart when it does happen.
Like 2 laps to
Pit
green.
speed is 55.
So, quick rundown of your top 10 as it sits right now. Kyle Watts is your leader. Jolene Sims in number 6 is second. Gino Bononi rides third. Garson Muyung in the Hershey Saturn.
It looks like we do have
fourth.
everyone here, so we are going green this time. Quiet zone.
I lied. Green this time. Harry Crawford rounding out your top 5. I ain't going to have time for the rest of these damn people. So, we got the quiet zone. We're going to get the control shortly.
Control.
And he's away. A lot of wheel spin
there by Kyle Watts, but gets it under control. He leads us in the turn number 1.
Yeah, Landon Law had just as bad a wheel spin, caused a little bit of a stack up back there, but nobody spun around.
Yeah, meanwhile, Gino Bononi gets side by side there with Jolene Sims. I think he's going to get second here out of turn number 4. Not going to be able to clear that 6 just yet.
Jolene putting up a fight.
Laps, so we'll be just fine.
Jolene put up a fight on that high side.
And out.
And we got ripping it.
We got several cars down here in turn number 1.
Big one.
Oh my gosh!
2 cars upside down. Daniel Silla and Cole Mather.
Pit's closed.
And caution is out. It looked like someone got tagged. Beal spun right into the middle of that. And that's what triggered the 12 and 23 to go
somebody
up and over.
Didn't check up and hit Beal.
Lucky dog is the 0 car.
And one of the cars that went up and over there, the 23, they're getting to the back there due to a pit road violation, the previous caution. So there's a lesson on why not making mistakes in pit road is so important. He didn't get involved. He didn't get that pit road penalty. He would not have been
this time
involved in that incident.
Yeah, it was not a pretty instant. 3 cars going upside down. The 23, I think 23's out of the race.
Yeah, it's an overcorrect from the 12, 13 over to go, and then everyone just piles in.
Yeah, and the the 0 did not slow up very much in the checkup for Beal.
The 12 and 13 is what triggered it. 37 spins in. That's what sends the 23 and 12 over. And the 0 just an instant.
Yeah, he got hit by the 0. Yeah, he got hit by the 0. Didn't check up for the wreck.
What happened to John Filber? He got involved in that.
You see a couple cars here on pit road, not a lot. Most of the field opted to stay out. One notable car is Flandre Wilson, who's made the drive down pit road. Apart from that, most of the cars were either lapped down or involved in that most recent incident.
an interesting wreck there between the.
Not
There's another
going
wreck
green
that
this
happened.
time. We'll be going green next time by.
So Colmatic
I
did
believe
lose a
there were
lap
some
for
cars that
repairs.
stayed out of pits, so for the wave around cars passed on the inside line. I believe that would be the 12. Actually, no, the 12th car did go to pits. Never mind.
So the way I'm watching this is that I've set up a free cam right above, like right where the press box would be on the track, and I'm just kind of watching through
thank you.
that. And one thing I have definitely noticed is just how fast that outside line can work on exit. That's what allowed Jolene to fight that 24 for so long, is that there's that momentum you get on the outside. This is the BR
We
version
will be going green
of
this
Dover,
time.
and the one thing that the
Please
BR
take the
tracks
one
do
car length gaps and
that
please
the
be
default
single
zone is
file.
make it a lot less dominant bottom. So all the original NR tracks are very bottom dominant. Some of that work with the Brine Ring tracks, for example, make that a little bit more multi-groove, and I think tonight has so far been a good example of that. I think we're going green this time.
Quiet zone.
Watts once again your leader, Benoni second, Jolene Sims third, Garson Million fourth. Landon Lyles come up to fifth position as they come and take the control. And back rolling. Wheel spin looked a little more under control this time around.
Landon Lyle already on the offensive to the inside of Garson Young. He's going to get that move done before they even get into turn number one. Out of turn number two, they go.
Hell bent for leather. I thought I heard a tire squeal in the back of the pack. I think we're okay.
Oh, wow, 3
there.
wide!
Whoa, risky move
Wow.
there.
Yeah.
They managed to hang on to it, though, for now. But again, when they make moves like that, if you're the leader of Kyle Watts, that's what you want. That allows him to build up a gap to try to get away from these guys, because the second they are to even out, we already saw earlier, Benoni definitely can close that gap really quickly. But when they're side by side like that, that's good news for that 21 Toyota as we come through towards 3 and 4. Right now, Lyle on the bottom, Benoni on the top. Benoni gets that one on the outside.
Trouble in the back.
Trouble, and there is another wreck
frozen.
in turn 3. This
Speed
time, the
55.
43 and 01 of William Viola.
That was interesting. I didn't even get a chance to take a glimpse of that and see what happened.
Pits will be open this time.
We got through the first 14 laps under green.
Dog is the
And
12
then
car
we've
this time.
had, after that, 3 cautions in 10 laps. We are only a quarter of the way through the race.
All right, yeah, let's give us a replay of that one. That was very
Troxel.
interesting.
Also, we are
Looks
going
like-
to be doing a caution cooldown for
Uh-oh,
this,
cooldown!
because
This
this
costs
is
cooldown time.
getting a little bit too long.
Basically, what they'll do is that for a few laps after the restart, regardless of the incident, no cautions. And then see if we can get some green laps racing in there. That's how that's going to work. Hopefully that'll make it so that we can survive for a little bit. I think we very much need that.
That's a crapshoot. 50-50 shot.
I'm sorry for having too much faith in you.
Hey. Wow. Alright.
Not that busy in the pits right now, just a few cars here and there. So no changes up towards the front.
Yeah.
I believe the 11 car has taken the wave around, so 11 car passed on the inside line. 12 car, I will clear your black flag.
In all of
You
this, I'd
stay
like to
on the
point
top
out
line.
the 48 of Joshua Clement started dead last and 32nd. They're currently in 11th place right now, so they've quietly been working their way through the field, and considering we're only a quarter of the way into this race,
43 to the back.
they could potentially have an opportunity to come and win here from the back here tonight. They have the speed to do it. They just need to
Take
do
your
their
one
best
car
to keep
length
that car
gaps
clean.
for this caution cooldown. We are going to be going green on lap 28. We will be keeping it green until at least lap 33.
That's where my race info says 80 laps, but all my other stuff says 100. So I'm equally as lost in terms of
It's 100.
laps. It's 100. All right.
Yep, I'll be announcing if there's wrecks that we're still under green. In any case, quiet zone.
Alright, we are gonna go green this time by. Watts comes out
Control.
of the turn number 4. And we
Back
are
row.
back under green. Lap 28 out of 100 here at Dover International Speedway. And it's single file into turn 1. Already down there, the 60 of Daniel Rodriguez, aggressive, already gets around the 67 of Harry Crawford real quick. As down the back straight away we go here at Dover. It is mostly single file. The first car side by side is between the 26 and 02 further on back. As Kyle Watts is going to lead our first lap back under green.
Ooh, big save there by Cameron Jamison. Almost
wow,
lost on the bottom.
That was a funky deal.
Very wide here in 1 and 2. Clements,
Oh,
Rodriguez,
trouble car in the
Benoni.
wall. Gino Benoni gets it straightened out. No caution.
Straightened out,
We
yeah.
won't even get a caution anyway. We're having a under caution
Cooldown.
cooldown right now. But good save by him. But that's going to drop him several positions out of the top 10. He goes. And that puts Garson Million up to second. Landon Lyle up to third. TalhaDevYT has found their way into the top 5 meanwhile. But right now it's been all Kyle Watts of this race so far. Battle for second between Young and Lyle. Lyle on the bottom, Garson on the top. Through 3 and 4 they go. Lyle gets that better run on the bottom side, and he's going to clear the 70 as Lyle makes the move done. He is up in the second place.
Ooh, another looper off of 4 out of the way. Alex Mullen in the 75.
Yeah, he's
Again,
still
out there, we
wrecking
got
it
another
on
car
front
up into the
straightaway
wall
right
in turn
now.
2.
Oh, we got, yeah, that
Nicholas
is
Justice.
that's Nicholas Justice.
Of course, none of these will be caution-worthy wrecks. We'll just call them as we see them. Because our
At the
viewers send,
conclusion of this next lap,
our viewers send
cooldown
in
will
constant
end.
complaints about us missing things, so we make a concerted effort to capture
At the
every
end
living
of
model
this
coup.
lap, cautions will be back enabled, so any incidents from now on may result in a yellow if they are multi-car, as Watts exits the corner, and caution cooldown has officially ended. So now we gotta be back on our toes in terms of incidents. Rodriguez side by side with TalhaDevYT. He's gonna try and get that move done, but he's got Jolene Sims
Looper and
in the
4.
way. He's gonna clear that
Or two,
14,
excuse
gets right in line.
Out for the
All
lead.
good
Lyle.
from there. Nicholas just got the way. And here we go, side by side for the lead. First car to challenge Kyle Watts today is that 86 of Landon Lyle, as he clears him, and he's going to take the lead away. New race leader for the first time tonight.
Lyle's trying to sail off into the sunset, but Watts turning up the heat. Side
He
by
gets right
side.
back on him, back side by side into turn number 3.
They're approaching lap traffic too. This could get spicy.
Yeah, that could, well, those like to be a factor. As always, a little further back, meanwhile, that's Jolene Sims, Daniel Rodriguez, Cole Rodriguez, and Joshua Clements. Those 4 cars are in a dogfight right now for 4th. Sims currently winning that battle, side by side between Rodriguez and Clements, right behind him. Meanwhile, right behind her. Meanwhile, out of turn
You're
number
good. Get it out.
4. And even with Cole Rodriguez right behind him as well.
Oh, that was close.
Close racing right now. Holy, 3 wide question mark. Yeah, almost.
Yeah, Rodriguez thought about it, decided better of it. Keep an eye meanwhile on the number 8 and the number 14 right behind them. They might get themselves into this battle here as well. It is an absolute. You can fit all those cars underneath a blanket right now.
I'll save
For
that.
fourth place.
D-Dog saved
big
it!
Save from D-Dog.
Ooh. Yeah, you get a little too aggressive for a little too long. Mistakes like that can happen. It was a great save,
I
though,
will
by
say
that number
this.
60. Meanwhile,
I will
out front in the lead, they are still side by side. Landon Lyle on the outside, Kyle Watts on the inside. They're going to put the 78 there of AJ Rodriguez a lap down.
Right.
And look
Garson
who has
Mullin
been
waiting in the
slowly
wings.
gaining on them as this battle has been happening. That is the 70 of Garson Mullin. He is now less than a second behind them. If he can make anything happen, Lyle has cleared the 21. He's going to try and pull away here while he still can before they reach this lap traffic meanwhile. And it looks like he's got a comfortable gap. Lyle has finally locked up that race lead.
A lot of stuff
Good-
going on.
Good recovery by Joshua Clements in the 48, getting from the back of the pack up to 4th, I believe, at the moment.
Yeah.
He's shown that car has speed today. See what he can be able to do for potentially last to first. Gino Benoni alongside that number 8 car right now for 8th. Ballot car Nicholas Justice right down there on the bottom. Why is the lap car almost going 3 wide? I don't know.
I was getting ready to ask the same thing. About took Gino out.
If I was at 5, I'd be getting out of the way, but he feels that he's got enough speed to get his lap back, I guess. Not quite sure what the play on that is, but
yeah, he's in a
just
horrid
let it ride,
nest right now.
Yeah, looks like most of the field has calmed down now for the most part. Harry
Oh!
Crawford,
Right in front of Gino, that 5 car.
Justice in the wall.
that was a commentator's first if I've ever done one. Second I said it started to calm down. We have the 5 getting a good chunk of the wall there. My bad.
Yeah, no, I mean, he was going almost 3 wide there for a second. It was big, like, that could have killed Gino's race, but he was able to not hit that 5 car, thankfully. So
We got almost a 3 wide battle here. This Harry Crawford, William Viola, and Roman Gonzalez right now. They're all in a dead heat right now alongside the 31 and 38. They're all right now. Got a pretty good pack right there going right in front of them. 3 wide, meanwhile.
4 wide almost.
Ooh, close.
Yeah, they're getting racy. Brandon
Jolene
Gill
Sims,
them
wow.
in that one right there. Same with Jolene Sims. Flandre Wilson now going to try and get a piece of that action. So while the front is pretty much nice and calm, Landon Lyle ahead of Kyle Watts. Further towards the back, it is a complete war zone. Everyone trying to get any position they can like it's the last lap of the race, including the 5 of Nicholas Justice, who is not even on the lead lap. Why is he doing that?
I'm amazed how they're. I'm not even gonna jinx it, but I'm just wow.
Quick update, the problems for the 78 have gotten worse. They have now fallen another lap down after having to make an unscheduled pit stop. So, rough day for that 78 car. Meanwhile, at the front, Kyle Watts is now back on the offensive again. He's going to try and take this lead away. He was almost side by side with Lyle in 3 and 4. See if he can get anything here out of 1 and 2. Doesn't look like it. Lyle playing a pretty good defensive game right now. He's making that outside line work for him to get those better runs on exit, and kind of blocking off that bottom on entry to stop Watts from making really any substantial gains. Right behind them, meanwhile, we're going to have a 3-car fight here for third between Mu Young, Clements, and Rodriguez. Meanwhile, Rodriguez right there lurking on them. Clements actively on the offensive, trying to get around that Hershey's Pontiac Saturn that is Garson Mu Young. He's going to look to the inside here into turn number 3, side by side through 3 and 4. Who's going to get third place out of the corner? Still side by side. A little bit of contact, I think. Garson still holds on to third for now, though.
I seen a wiggle of that 48.
Watch that 91, though. He's right on them, too. He could potentially opt for
3 wide.
here.
Holy.
And here they go. 3 wide as I say it. Garson still ahead of them, meanwhile. You got Garson on the top, Clements on the bottom, Rodriguez in the middle. They shuffle back down to 2 wide. Clements has the speed. He just cannot get that move done on that number 70. But look just ahead right now. They're not only the leaders, but those cars right there fighting for third.
Big trouble at turn number 1. Big trouble at turn number 1. Cole Mather and AJ Rodriguez.
Caution's out. Field's frozen.
Yeah, hard hit into the outside wall for that number 12 Ford Thunderbird of Cole Mather. Some heavy driver side damage there, and he has gone to the pits. So it might be that 12's car.
His game tabbed out. His game tabbed out. Right in the middle of the straightaway, right in front of the 78. He had nowhere to go.
Pits are open this time. Lucky
That
Dog
is,
is
yeah,
the
you do
11th
not want
car.
that to have happened during a race like this, and
Everyone else, if you want your lap
happen
back,
at the
you want
worst
to take the
possible
rebound,
time
not
for
hit.
him there, but
I'm going to be off the mic for a few minutes.
All good.
already. Oh. Well, we're under caution anyway, so that's not going to be a big problem. Cars are going to be coming down pit road this time by, and heartbreaking, Nicholas Justice is getting his lap back. He still is 2 laps down, so we're currently saved, but oh no.
Why would the faster cars slow down for the slower cars?
So we're halfway through the race, currently on lap 50 out of 100. So this could be crucial pit stop time, especially if we get another long green flag run like we just had. We know cars like Landon Lyle, Joshua Clements, Kyle Watts, Garson Young, there are contenders to win this race right now. So right now you want to get some good track position out of this pit cycle here. Clements beats
Kyle
Rodriguez
Watts.
out. It's going to be Lyle, Watts, Moo Young, Clements, and Benoni, your top 5 out of pit lane. TalhaDevYT gets good 7th out of pit box.
One thing to note there, Kyle Watts with that number 1 stall. Came in second, came out first.
And that's why qualifying is so important, not just for where you start in the race, but simple things like where you, like your pit box could help you out so much there, and that is a good case of it. He comes out your leader yet again. Right now,
We will
as
not
we
be going
run
green this
through,
time. It will be next time by.
because we got one more lap
0-3
before we go
to the back.
green. We have 27 cars on the lead
And
lap.
11 car
2
to the
cars,
back
the
in
5
front
Nicholas
of the
Justice
0-3.
and the 78 of AJ Rodriguez, 2 and 3 laps down, respectively. The 12 of Cole Mather, the 23 of Daniel Silla, and the 28 are all out of the race. They will not be continuing. So, 3 retirements, 2 cars laps down.
I'm going to take your
27th
1
on up,
car length
all on
gaps.
the lead lap and in contention. Meanwhile,
Am I
we're
schizophrenic? I thought I heard more voices in the booth.
it's the ghost of Ethan Mingalelli who died at Daytona.
Not again. I'm just watching this storm roll in, getting ready to blow the side of my house in.
Dang.
Do it for the content.
Quiet
Nar-
zone.
NARL goes viral after commentator fucking dies.
No, I commentate while a tornado's hitting my house, and I somehow don't lose power.
The
Anyway,
last
here
few
we go.
years is the ah!
Oh, just here's. All right, here we go, coming to the green.
Control.
And we
He's
are back under green here. Watts in the lead, Lyle in second. Benoni already on the offensive, goes to the inside of Joshua Clements there for 4th. Didn't take them long to already get back in a racing groove, did they? But the first and second of Watts and Lyle, they've already pulled off. One thing to note about those two, not just NARL, but quite a few leagues last couple weeks, those two have been pushing each other like mad in terms of racing like this right now. You see Lyle right there on the back of Watts as they just pull away from everyone else. And it's not really much of a rivalry or anything. Those two have been pretty friendly with each other off track. It's just for whatever reason, once we get onto the track, those two are right on top of each other no matter where you go. And that is what the story tonight here at Dover is. Lyle yet again having to challenge that 21 for a potential race win. The score currently, to my knowledge, is 3-0 in favor of Watts. Trouble, turn 2. That is the 0-1 of William Viola around.
He's
No other cars
back rolling.
involved. We are all good. Although there was one car in the wall there after that. That was the 0-2 of Roman Gonzalez.
2 slow cars, but they're
He
rolling.
keeps it straight. We are all good. No cautions needed. We keep racing. Halfway so far. Only 2 different cars have led laps so far, and those 2 are currently fighting yet again for the lead.
Carson on the wall off at the 4. Allow Joshua to get around.
Oh, Watts got the wall. Watts got the wall. And Lyle's going to make the move.
Lyle's going to take opportunity of that. Easily gets to that inside.
Yeah, we got to
And
clear him
he's going
for
to take
the
the lead
corner.
away. But look who's right behind them in 3rd. Joshua Clements started dead last in this race. He's going to try and go side by side with Kyle Watts here for 2nd.
Another last to first cannonball run out of Joshua Clemens.
See if it can happen. One thing to note here, they are not good on fuel. They'll have to pit one more time. They are about 5 to 6 laps short. One
Yeah,
thing to
with
keep
Kyle
in
Watts,
mind.
that means absolutely nothing, but we'll have a caution beforehand, so it won't matter.
True, but just want to
You say
put that up there.
that, and then we'll get the green flag pits. Oh, side by side for the lead. Look at that.
Wow, that was a nice move there.
Yeah, the 86 and 21 not giving each other any sort of inch right there.
Wow,
Watts.
crossover.
No quarter.
There he goes. Side by side now down the back straightaway now. Lyle on the inside. Watts on the outside. They were the opposite way around on the front straightaway. Can't quite do anything this time. It's still going to be side by side out of turn number 4.
Oh, I just pinned each other in the
Oh, wow.
They saved it.
Oh, big slide!
Oh, that's a big
Oh, he put him in the
Watson
wall.
Now
Oh!
here
Here
comes
comes-
Clemens on the inside. He's
There you
going to
go.
clear the 21, get side by side the 86.
Y'all go on and kill each other. I'll just take the lead.
Still side by side now through 3 and 4. Is Lau going to be able to make that run on the outside line work? No, it's not. And the 48 is going to lead that lap.
Third different leader.
Joshua Clement started in last place, has found his way to the front.
I wonder what kind of pressure is Kyle going to put on that 86
Oh, somebody
now.
looped it right in front of him, but they're getting out of the way.
Yeah, been put in the wall
Up
twice.
against that inside wall, they're just fine there. Garson, if you're Garson Muyang right now, you've just been chilling at fourth this whole time watching this unfold. How do you think he's feeling right now?
Get me the hell out of here when they kill each other. That's how he's feeling. Ooh, Clemens got a little loose going into one.
Yeah, big slide there by the 86 as well. But they're all keeping it good. Now Garson's going to try and see if he looks at the inside of the 21, thinks better of it, goes back single file. Looks like the outside line has been far more favored than that inside once they get singled out. When they start racing, you see a few cars go to that bottom, try and make something
Because
happen.
the tires warm up, though, yeah.
Oh, watching the
Watt's
wall.
got the wall again.
Yet
Oh.
again, is there something? Do you think there could be a potential problem with
I
that
think he
21 right now?
may have burned his stuff up. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I know the
Yeah,
way
now
he's
he is
taking
starting
this
to
line,
fall
he's
back.
taking that high line on entry and then going way low on exit. And it's been good on making passes, but I don't know if this is going to help
Has
him long
not
term.
been treating the tires
I think
very
it was
well,
hot.
to say the least. He's going to get side by side with Benoni there further back. Lyle now, he's no longer having to fight the 21, but now he's going to have to fight the 48 to try and get that lead back. Lyle's got
More
been
lap
able to
traffic.
make moves for the lead. He just hasn't really been able to keep it so far in this race. Right behind them, Muyang and Benoni side by side for third. We'll see if Watts behind them. Does he feel like making a move? He's going to stay in that middle line. Not going to be 3 wide, though. Benoni clears him, and he's going to hold on to third place.
I'm carrying Viola there.
Trying to get
Viola
out of the way as
holds his
best he
line,
can.
Stays out the way. All good there. Right behind them, let's see, who is that? Oh, no, that's a 60 of Daniel Rodriguez. Haven't talked about him a lot today. He's currently right behind Kyle Watts right now in 7th place. Having a pretty good race run so far. Benoni now has caught the back of Landon Lyle. He's going to look to the outside here. Not going to be able to get much of a momentum run out of turn number 4. They're going to say a single file, nose to tail on the front straightaway. Dives to the inside. He goes now. I don't think he's worried about burning his stuff up at the current moment. He wants to try and make a shot before the lead here, but first he's got to get it around this 86 side by side down the back straightaway into turn number 3 they go. It's like he's getting the run that he needs on the inside. He might even have him clear on the exit. Nope, that run on the outside by Lyle keeps that battle side by side going.
Oh, watching the wall again.
Yet again.
Hold on
Yes,
to his
but-
spot, though.
Yeah, I'd say
Another
his
car
tires
further back in
faded.
the wall and struggling to save it. And that's Thomas Troxel eventually gets it under control. Still sideways down the back straightaway. He's finally got it sorted out. That could have been a big one there for Troxel, but he manages to keep that relatively clean. He had a little bit of a slide out too, but for the most part,
With the race he's had, I mean, yeah. Oh, trouble! Nick Justice just got turned in turn 2 by Alex. It's going to be a single car. Everybody's going to skirt by. No problem.
no problems there at all. Although,
Yep.
Kyle
He's
Park's
clear.
still in the middle of the track, but the 0 car is able to avoid that just fine.
They
So
had
that
to
is
wait for it to go
crisis
by.
averted. Oh, TalhaDevYT's into the wall.
Oh boy. Another lap.
Yeah, they've been really. Yeah, everyone's struggling this run to keep it clean.
The tires are finally starting to wear, and they're not used to the tire wear at this rate.
Yeah, the number of cautions we've had today, tire wear has not been much of a factor. This is our longest green flag run so far in this race. And yeah, you can tell it's starting to show because these drivers are starting
Gallagher in the wall.
to struggle.
Yeah.
Jamison in the wall a bit.
Clement's going to have the lap car of Nicholas Justice here in the way a little bit. Nicholas Justice running that bottom line all the way around while the rest of the field running up at the top. We'll see what problems that could potentially bring. For the most part, despite everyone getting in the wall, they finally figured out how to race without crashing.
Right.
So they're figuring it out.
So your fastest 2 cars, I'm looking at the lap times, the fastest 2 cars in the top 10 are Flandre Wilson and Brandon Beal. They're in the 24.0 bracket. And we have the rest of them up are in the 24.1s, give or take a few hundreds. So it makes me wonder if maybe they're not saving their stuff, or maybe the Wilson and Beal are saving their stuff, or if they just have slightly fresher tires.
But that's fastest laps overall. Currently in this run, though, they are kind of languishing in the back of the top 10. There was a battle going on further back a lap ago. It looks like that's ended. It was between Sebastian Amaya and Harry Crawford, but Sebastian's made the move and are starting to pull away. They've gapped that 76 by quite a bit, actually. The leaders have yet to pass Nicholas Justice, despite them being right on top of him for about the last 5 laps. I'm starting to wonder if Nicholas Justice is trying to stay from going another lap down, considering he is staying right there in that racing line that Clements is using.
I just had a very close flash of lightning. There it is. You hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it with the bike.
Yeah, stay safe, man.
I was just going to mention before that the fastest car on track, period, at the moment is...
Felber
right
right for the leaders!
Oh!
Oh, it's not over yet! No!
Spinning right in front of the leaders.
Oh, Felber right in front of Garson! What's involved?
That's going to be a caution.
That's
The
Rodriguez.
5 and
That's
the 03
Watts.
were had the leaders catch up to them, and that was the worst time for them to have an incident. The first and second place cars were able to avoid
Pits are
it.
closed this time.
Unfortunately for Garson and Watts, nothing they could have done.
That is a shame. That's got to be some rotten luck right there.
I have to get the pit lane came out for this one. Alright.
I will go with whatever the game says, but the lucky
Yeah,
dog is
03
going to
hits
the
the wall
0-1
out
car.
of 4. The 5 goes to the inside.
For everyone else who's a lap down,
and
you can
just
take the wave
barely
round
gets
and
tagged by the
pit.
3 coming
Pits will
back
be
down.
open this time by.
48 and A6 were able to avoid it relatively cleanly. The 5 spins up to the track, and then after that, the 03, slamming on the brakes, goes back up the track, and just nothing Garson and Watts were able to do about that.
Hey, you gotta get.
There was another
the
spin
03 was
further
trying to
back
lock it down
after that between Cole and Daniel Rodriguez. That sent the 60 around.
Pits open.
But
Probably
looks like
in
after
wreck.
that, everyone was able to avoid it pretty good.
All things considered, wasn't any race-ending damage for anybody, especially the leaders involved.
Yeah.
One thing to note here, you can make it to the end from here, so we might see some more strategy.
This is probably going to be, unless we have any later cautions after another long run, this is probably the pit stop of the day. You do not want to make any mistakes here.
Once has that number 1 stall, I don't think he's going to be able to get the lead, obviously with damage, but just...
Right.
Trouble for Harry Crawford. He missed his box. He'll have to...
Yeah.
Also a missed
Take
box
a
for
boarding
Tala
action.
Aziz.
See who gets out first. Looks like Clements is going to
It's
get
going
out
to be
first.
Clements, Lyle, Benoni, Rodriguez, Beal, Wilson, Sims.
Kale Teskar
Jamison.
Jr. is...
Oh,
Oh.
Kale Kiss.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh.
That's going to box
More
Watson.
trouble.
That's... Let's take a look
that
at
was,
Kale.
That was not pretty.
That's Cal Teskar Jr.
2 to the
there
back of the
has
field.
problems. And pit
I
road
think he got
penalty
spun.
for
45 back of the field.
the 2.
Also, somebody got...
76 to the back of the field.
Oh.
I think
He
a little
came
bit
out of the pits in front of Thomas
Not going green this
Troxel,
time.
I think
and
he's...
Troxel just hooked him in retaliation.
And I
it
will
looks like.
score the 0-1
Oh, wow.
his lap now. 0-1 will be in front of the black flag cars
And Kale, in his
lead round
anger,
cars.
Pinned to try to get half the field involved.
I think it was more so... I think Troxel got into Neil, and then that bounced him into Kale again, and that just pent this frustration on frustration.
I mean, I'd say in any case, yeah, Troxel finished him off there once he had Kale all over his nose.
Reckless driving there nonetheless, but
was...
I'm not the one doing penalties, so not my problem.
You're not handing out the tickets there, officer.
The 8 car back in the pit lane.
Yeah, Trevor Davis
Babe.
might be having some issues.
And Trevor Davis had a pretty rough day overall. But So yeah, if assuming we go green this time, we'll be restarting with 22 laps to go. If we go green to the end, realistically, it could be any of those top 4 cars that can come out and win this race. Brandon Beal hasn't really shown the speed to win today. Flandre Wilson hasn't really shown the speed today, but they put themselves in good track
Going
position
green this
nonetheless.
time.
They do
Quite
have good
actually,
long-run
no, we're
speed,
not
though,
going green this
I
time.
will
It'll be
say.
next time by.
So they may play the long game here if they get a green run and let everybody else push their stuff and kind of
We'll
swoop
have
on
to
in.
see if they can pull it off as we go back under green. 22 laps left of
Next
we're
time
not going
by.
green this time.
Yeah.
Next time by. I could have sworn he said this time by. Fuck.
I think he
He
stopped mid-sentence.
corrected you.
Fair assessment.
Remember to take your 1 car length gap.
My bad.
With about
Mind your gap.
21 to go. That'll be interesting.
So you figure they'll have some that'll hold back some. All the rest will go all out.
Watts, who was
God knows.
not one was involved in that lap 1 incident, not lap 1, that most recent caution, plus the pit road incident, he's fallen all the way down to 15th as a result. So
Right now we're going
easily
green
car
quiet
to beat
zone.
today, unless you can pull off a Joshua Clements run.
I mean, know what they say. It ain't over till it's over.
All right, pull those belts tight. We might have us a good doozy of a restart here.
Here's hoping.
Control.
And so much of a doozy you were yawning. Green flag is back out. Beal spins the tires. Oh, wow. Good save on Beal, but
Great,
tanking.
great avoidance there. But at the top 2 have yet again launched away off the start. A bit of a wobble there from Cole Rodriguez. Flandre Wilson had to take some avoiding action, but he is all good there. No problems to note. But now, what can Lyle do against this 48? He had to fight the 21 all race. Now he has to fight the 48 for the rest of the race now. Well,
Trouble!
what are you gonna do?
Front straightaway! Oh, everybody just misses the car. Single car. It was the 31 of Thompson.
A great wreck avoidance from everyone in that one there. That could have easily been something nasty with him parked right there in the middle of the track. But everyone is able to avoid. Have we talked about Cameron Jamison much today? He has somehow found himself in 7th here with 19 laps to go.
He's driving fast out of spite at this rate. He is so frustrated with this race. I don't blame him one bit.
Yeah, he thinks the faster that he drives, the sooner it'll be over.
Exactly. I think he's won a race on that principle before. But
Yeah. Actually, I don't think he has a win here in NARL yet. At least not to my knowledge.
I think there's another league he did it.
I know he did CCRS relatively recently, about last season, but it's most I can think of. Gets a win at MOT occasionally.
Not much going on in the pack here at the moment. Everybody kind of biding their time.
All the cars that there are usual suspects have either crashed, have damage, or are out of the race entirely. So, although I say that, Nicholas Justice is somehow still not deceased. So do with that information what you will.
Ron Willpower.
Oh, almost a crossover there by Jolene Sims. She thought better of it. Gets right back behind Flandre Wilson there. That is a battle for 5th place at the moment between those two. Gino Bononi has now gotten to the back bumper of Landon Lyle right now.
Who's making a move on Clements for the lead?
And any of those 3 cars can potentially make a shot here at this race win. Update: Reed Thompson is out of the race. They will not be continuing. So as another car added to our infield graveyard at Dover. 15 more laps to go.
Good. I thought there was a little bit of contact, but no, they were on that code. Yeah. Wake up. It's just getting good.
I'm trying.
It's just getting good. I say that in their single fucking file again. Here we go.
Yeah, well,
Make a move!
it was looking most single file in the last green flag run, and then chaos unfolded, so NARL is no
we just need the tires to heat up, don't we?
Ooh, a bit of a wobble there by Landon Lyle. Turn number 3.
He got real close.
He keeps it all going good. A little bit to the back bumper there of the 48. Can't make anything
Put that
of it.
pressure on.
And we are under caution.
It was, looks like
Thomas
Troxel again.
Thomas Troxel.
Rosenthal, okay.
My bad.
Oh,
I see a lot more
this-
Rosenthal in my
yeah.
league than I do Troxel, so
Yeah, it
Battle of
was.
Thomas
It
is
was
very
he.
one-sided
It was
over
he
there.
and the 60 of D-Dog that were involved. There,
Pits
I
are
think
open
it-
this time.
Alright, let's see what happened. A little bump and run.
Look like, yeah. Oh, I couldn't tell if he was playing with the brakes,
here's
trying to get
interesting.
another
Pit
go.
road's open. Who's gonna pit and who's not gonna pit?
Oh,
Oh,
hold
no.
on. We got
okay, so the
we got
top-
beef here.
Wait, where's the
we're
beef?
Good,
Off the 10 and
in
60,
chat.
we're having beef, but he just pulled over. Yeah.
Oh, alright.
So, interestingly here on pit road, the first and third cars of Clements and Benoni stay out. So does Cole Rodriguez. After that, Alex Mullen, Roman Gonzalez, Hala Aziz, and William Viola, they've all stayed out as well. So that's 8 cars that have not pitted. 9th on down, they have all made stops, including the second place car of Landon Lyle. So you're going to have 8 cars on old tires here on this restart. Everyone else is going to be on fresh Goodyears. So this could get real interesting real quick. Lyle wins the race off pit road.
It's
But
gonna be
he's
interesting
going to have
dynamic.
7 cars that he's going to have to negotiate around here to get back at him. So it's
Interesting.
48, 24, 91, 75, 02, 14, and 01 who've elected to stay out. They're going to try and
We'll go
finish
green next
this
time,
race on
bye.
this set of tires. We're
Wow.
going to see what position
Yes.
they are when they cross the
Yeah.
line here.
We're gonna
Very
be
interesting,
10 to go.
Yeah. right?
The 8th
And
place car of Landon Lyle is going to be the first car on fresh Goodyears.
interesting
So-
dynamic track position
Forgot
versus
to
fresh
mention earlier,
tires.
Lucky Dog is the 78
okay,
car,
weird
so
thing that just
78
happened
going to
while
give
under
you your
caution.
lap
We
now.
just had
Everyone else who did not pit, just
A
take the wave
spin.
round.
That was the 2 of Colton
That'll be on
Papyrus.
the inside line if you have
We
to.
just had a
Super
moment.
78, back of the field. Oh, okay.
So, for the top 3, we'll see how this plays out. For a few guys like Alex Mullen, Roman Gonzalez, and Tal Aziz, and I guess William
Yeah,
Viola as
correcting
well,
it. Thank you.
this could be really interesting for them to
So
get a
we
really
will
good
go
result
green
here.
this time,
So, we'll have to see what happens. They're going to be going green this time.
Right. All things considered, kind of tires, but-
Top 3, I don't really understand the call here. The
Quite
other
so.
cars, you're making a risky strategy here to get some good position. So we'll
Control.
see what they can do. As we are back under green. Great start from the 48. He's immediately going to build a gap there. As trouble, that's Alex Mullen, does not get going. Everyone's able to avoid it. Plunger Wilson has a bit of a slide there overall.
Oh,
No cars around. That's good news there. But that means we're 3 and 4 wide some spots further back through the back straightaway and into turn number 3. Absolute chaos in terms of cars jockeying for position.
Oh my gosh.
But look at this as we come out as we
Rewind!
Landon Lyle's up to 4th already, and he has fresher tires than all 3 cars in front of him. So Lyle right now, this restart could not have gone any better for that 86.
Yeah, I think Easy's gonna push his way through these guys.
Well, he
Cool.
has the tires to do it. These guys do not.
Alright.
He's going to start his work here on the 91 of Cole Rodriguez. Goes dives to the inside. He's going to get that move
Caution's
done
up, caution's
real
up.
quick.
Trouble.
We are under caution.
big trouble in
Big
the front
speed,
stretch.
that's a big
multiple
one.
cars.
Oh, Gina Benoni around on the back straight
Ooh.
as well.
Oh.
After the caution
Wowing it
came
up. I guess they're wowing it up for the
There
yellow.
is a caution out there, is why the car slowed down.
Wow, that was
Oh yeah,
crazy.
Lyle did not get the memo. Barely. Oh,
Pits
barely
are
tapped Gino.
closed.
Alright, so
Now, if you're Lyle right now, you needed this. You needed this to stay green to help those tires.
oh my
out.
gosh! Tola's dead!
No.
What happened?
Oh my
oh
gosh!
my god! Holy shit!
Tola's...
Him and Harry Crawford have
Pits will
met
be open
God.
next time.
Yeah, Neil Gallagher,
Huh?
Trevor Davis.
Yeah, that was
Thomas
nasty.
Troxel.
I came back into the
Tala-
server
Tala
with him
got
upside down.
Got squeezed in the wall by Trevor Davis. Hit right in the windshield by Alex Mullen.
I'm up
And
to
then
get my...
sent flying by Harry Crawford and skidded on his roof all the way down after that.
I have to get my pit lane cam out again
Oh,
for this.
get the tarps out, boys.
I might have to even go slow-mo for
That
this.
is
Yes, good
horrible.
point.
It's in there for
78
Talha,
car
but that
is the
car's still
lucky dog.
going, so we're all fine.
So I'm scoring you your lap. You can go to pits and get fresh tires and all that because you'll
So
get back to
I
the field
believe
anyway.
they'll be going green
Pits open,
right around the point of no
and
return.
also pace speed down to 40 miles per hour. We should hopefully be able to go
Benoni,
green
due
this
to
time,
that
depending
spin,
on how long it
although
takes
he
to
wasn't
repair a
ruled out,
flipped
he was
car.
allowed to keep his position. He is opting to pit for repairs, so that's going to be his opportunity at winning over.
Okay, waving cars go on the inside line. Lead lap
So
cars
right
stay
now,
on the
Landon
outside.
Lyle is in a really good position. The car behind him and the car in front of him are on old tires. He is the highest placing car on fresh tires. The next car on fresh tires is Cameron Jamison in 5th. So, yeah, so Joshua Clubs have to do a lot of defending here when we go back green. But those two cars are going to have the tire advantage here. Roman Gonzalez is probably the biggest winner out of staying out right now. He's promoted himself up to 4th place through that call. As for the mid-teens, he was been sitting all day long. So good. So it's actually a pretty good strategy play by the O2 car. That gamble worked out for him. But if you're at 48 right now, how nervous do you think you're feeling knowing that the guy behind you is on fresh tires?
We'll be going green this time
25 lap old tires.
Right, well, I'd say you made your bed. You got to sleep in it now.
Yeah, I mean, knowing Clemens, he's probably, do what he can to finish. Whatever happens, happens.
We will not be able to go green this time by. We still have a car on pit road. So
Nicholas
when
Justice
we do
has
take
crashed
green,
under caution.
it's going to
He
be
has
at
slammed
4 to
himself
go,
to the
meaning
outside
it'll
wall.
be the point of no return. No cautions, no matter what.
So
Go ahead and take your one car length gaps now, so we don't have disaster happen on our only pacing lap left.
Through the game chat, he said, and I quote, "unfucking believable." So very upset. The driver of the 14 car is. A few more cars coming down pit road. One of them, Gino Bononi, having to come back down pit road. Interestingly enough, so huge disappointment for that 24 car today. Had an opportunity after Watts got caught up in that incident to come home with the points lead, but Kyle Watts currently sitting in 12th position right now, might be able to hold on to that spot in the championship. We'll be restarting with 4 laps to go. First and third on old tires, first, third,
So again,
fourth on
going
old
green
tires,
this time, quiet
second,
zone,
and then
no
5th
cautions
onward
to the end.
on fresh tires. So we'll have to see what Joshua Clemens can do to complete that first challenge, or if Landon Lyle played the right call here on the strategy as we come out of turn number 4.
Control.
Here we go.
All right,
He gets a
Clemens calls
good
the
launch.
green, gets another good
Lyle
restart,
spins
just like
the tires
last
some.
time.
I think from
What
here,
can he do here? He's only got 4 laps at it. Try and hold off that 86, and those two have left the building.
Whoa, loose on the backstretch with somebody. I think it was the O2.
Scubs, yeah.
Yeah.
Jolene trying to go for P, whatever that is.
And
Cole
here
Rod
comes
on the
Landon
top.
Lyle to the inside. They're going to be
And
side
Clements
by
is
side
holding
down
tough.
the front straightaway. 3 more laps to go at Dover. Still side by side 1-2. Big slide by the 48. 86 trying to make up all the room that he can.
So he's not going
And
to make it
neither of them
easy.
are giving this up. Still side by side down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Lyle all the way onto the apron. Club's going to try and get that momentum on
It
the
bounces
outside
off the apron.
line.
2 to go.
Clements leads this lap. 2 more laps to go. Lyle all the way on the bottom. Clements all the way up on the top.
He
and
is
Clements
clear.
is not going to be able to make it work. Landon Lyle has cleared the 48. But the
No,
48
he's
is going
trying
to
to
give
ship him into the
give him
corner.
a little bit of a bump, but it does not work. As Lyle comes out of turn number 4. White flag. 1 more lap to go here at Dover. Not
who's
much
coming
that
up in
48 can
third.
do on old tires. Jolene Sims has worked her way up in the 3rd place and out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway for the final time. He had to pretty much fight off the 48 and 21 all afternoon to get it. But here we go, out of turn number 4. It's going to be Landon Lyle, your winner here in Dover, Delaware. The 86 goes to victory lane.
Crash at the line. That is the 0 among many others.
And it is a complete war zone in turn 2.
Here we go with the orgy of death in turns 1 and 2. Barrel roll goes well.
The I survived celebration, if you will.
Landon Lyle, first career win in NARL. Nicely done.
Yeah, he made the right call with that late pit stop while the others stayed out. He took that gamble and it paid off.
Cameron Jamison P5.
Gino Bononi, I think, showing his displeasure with the result there. Saying
Yeah.
that Lyle might have killed him for that.
Yeah.
But
no.
Landon Lyle didn't lead the most laps today. The 48 and 21 led 99% of the race. But Lyle stayed with them all afternoon and made it work as he takes away
Nicholas
the
Justice
race win.
still racing.
No one told Nicholas Justice the race was over.
TV one's better. Yeah, unfortunately, he did get in the back of Gino Bononi there, under pacing. That
There'll probably be a penalty for that.
definitely tainted some things, unfortunately.
Yeah, but for many, I think a win is going to be a win, and I think for Lana, that's certainly going to be the case.
I think Harry's trying to give him some congratulatory bumps, but Lyle's too busy celebrating.
Get away from me! What are these two doing?
Reminds me of that Cars 2 scene where Tow Mater was trying to drive away from Lightning McQueen.
they're having fun over there.
I don't think there's a victory lane here, but a little bit of backwards Polish lap, I guess you could say, a reverse Polish victory lap, I guess you would call it.
The Russian victory lap.
There's no victory lane here, but yeah, no. He one hell of a job on when it came to green flag racing there. He did everything he needed and he made it work.
Yeah, it was a bit of a risky call to come in at that point late in the race, but it was the right move. It paid off in the end, and he's found himself P1 at the end of tonight. In terms of the finishing order, it's Landon Lyle, your race winner. Joshua Clements started dead last today, had an opportunity to go from last to first. They'll have to settle just one spot short in second. Jolene Sims with a great late race restart, able to come home with the top three. Garson Young recovers from that lap car incident to finish P4. Cameron Jamison finishes rounding out the top five. Kyle Watts gains 6 spots on that final restart. He finishes up in P6. Cale Tescar Jr. finishes P7. Flandre Wilson P8. Cole Rodriguez P9, and D-Dog rounds out your top 10. After that, we have Brandon Beal, Roman Gonzalez, Neil Gallagher, Jarrett Gavoy, AJ Rodriguez, William Viola, Thomas Troxel, Harry Crawford, Kenneth Miller, Trevor Davis, Alex Mullen, Colton Papatitis, Gino Bononi, Stephen Thomas, and Paul Aziz are your last of the cars to finish on the lead lap. Sebastian Amaya and Nicholas Justice have finished -1 and -4 respectively. And then Reed Thomas, John Felber, Cole Mather, Daniel Silla, and Harrison Jamin all unfortunately do not finish the race. They are all retired. They all retired earlier in the day. So 100 laps of racing, and it is Landon Lyle at the top. We don't have anyone in the waiting room.
No, I think everyone was kind of ready to get that race over with, get prepped for S6, go to the post-race review in VC. But yeah, no, that was something. And you know, Cameron Jamison, P5 after all that. I can't remember the last time he got one of those top fives, but you know, well, actually I can't remember, but I don't know if it was the last time or not. But yeah, no, good to see when the league owner does well.
It was great. It was a good race overall for them. And at the end of the day, it is Landon Lyle, your winner here. Anything else we want to mention before we call it the before we call it a night?
Yeah, yeah.
I gotta tell you, Gino Bononi is very much upset
yes,
at the result there, but
I can hear the angry Italian noises in the distance. Yes, but yeah, no. Hopefully.
Mamma mia.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, tomorrow IFR. I assume if they're racing, they usually don't know till the day of or day before, whichever works. If they are racing, we'll be there.
Yeah, it's gonna be at Richmond, so it's gonna be equally chaotic as tonight was.
Yeah, I remember last time they went to Richmond. That was quite interesting. Hopefully they put on a good show tomorrow night if they end up racing there. Yeah, and then yeah, I think that's all that for the broadcast schedule. You got anything else you want to say before closing off?
Are you sure you really want me to say something?
I mean, sure, why not?
Alright, so basically, the CIA killed JFK. Alright, that's all I'm saying. Alright, it was the CIA that killed John F. Kennedy. Alright, Lee Harvey Oswald was nothing more than the scapegoat. It was the CIA. George W. Bush was the head director of the CIA. Alright, they're coming for me. They're coming for my house.
Well, and that is going to wrap it up, folks. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.
Yeah, we'll see you in the next race, whichever. I think that literally tomorrow, potentially.